question just about how hard this past week has been for you.
Yeah, as I say, it's more important that the players have come through it safely and the other people that have was involved in it. And it's just really getting everybody relaxed and hopefully ready enough to play games. Because when you come back from something like that, you don't know how people are going to come back, fitness levels, but you see the work that the nurses and the doctors are putting in. It's just a blip, really. We're just lucky that we've got the football to focus on, and hopefully have a very strong side, and everyone comes back as fit as normal.
Now, I know you've had a double round of testing over the weekend, and 5 players and 1 member of staff have come back positive from that. Are you able to name any of those players that you're going to be without tomorrow night?
No.
Not in a position to do so. Okay, so my next question, do you feel you've got significant enough manpower to be able to properly contest this?
Yeah, we had 18 fit on Saturday. And I'm not a believer in when people talk about putting out weak sides, putting out strong side. They're our players. It's just like when you hear Premier League teams putting out a weak side. They're your players, and they are what we've got. And if we didn't think they was good enough to play with a football club, then they shouldn't be here. It's as simple as that, really. Of course, you'd want to go there with your most experience, you're this, you're that, and everything else. But it's what football's all about. It's pitting your wits and your team against another side. So you put out your strongest side that you feel is available to you at that moment in time.
And I know you've lost Max Waters now, but you've always said you've got enough strength up front without him to still perform. Do you feel that going into this match tomorrow?
Yeah, well, I've never actually said that, because you can't, in any team that lose a player of Max's quality will miss him. It's just that Max never played, I think, for the last 3 games. And he only joined us in October. So listen, there's enough players out there that are waiting for their opportunity, and let's hope that they grasp it and we all move on with it.
And obviously, both you and Lee Bradbury have had some history at Bournemouth. You were there for a long time, Lee, a manager for a short period there. But how do you feel going back, having been such a big part of the club there for so many years?
Be looking forward to seeing some of the players, but it's a different club to what we left. It was more enjoyable for me when I was there, when we was building with me, Eddie and Jason. We was a 3-man team down there. But that's in the past now. I can't influence what's gone on. I can only concern what's going in the future. It's a shame how it turned out, but then that's life. You just move on.
And just one final one from me, because I know others want to get in with their questions. Obviously, such tight restrictions now over celebrations and goal celebrations, all that sort of thing. What will you be saying to your players going into this FA Cup match tomorrow evening?
Make sure we've got something to celebrate. It'll be the first thing. They're all grown-ups and everything else. It's difficult to tell people not to celebrate for what you're doing. I just think you've got to be sensible with everything. And I say to you, in the current situation that people are finding themselves in, of course it's an achievement to win, to score, to do that's what you work for. But sometimes I think the overemphasis is put too much on it, because we are all supposed to be tested together, and we spend more time together in what most of them do with their wives, I think. So it's just one of them things. But we should be grown up about it.
John, best of luck tomorrow evening, and thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, John.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, mate. I'm fine. Very well, thanks. John, can I just pick up with you in terms of preparing for this game, just how different an experience it is for you, given what you've gone through with all the COVID problems and the issues, getting a team out, match days delayed. Just how has the whole experience been? Could you describe it as enjoyable, or are there probably other words that you'd like to do to describe the build up to the game?
Yeah, well, we've only had 1 day's training since the Leeds game. So, and the lads haven't trained. They haven't been able to do, we've had a couple of Zoom fitness classes with them, but we haven't been able to do a thing. So we've gone straight off of having nothing to players that have been running around against Leeds and doing well and playing games. And today's the first day back. So it's a little bit careful that we've got to make sure we don't pick up any injuries. It is what it is. You've just got to manage it well enough to the extent of you've got to put your strongest side out, and you're in the lap of the gods that no one goes out and gets injured.
In terms of, John, in terms of that build-up, That's unique to say the least. In terms of a positive, how can you turn that into a positive? Because ideally, I don't think any manager would only want his players just training for one day and probably have to check in on a Zoom class in terms of fitness. But what positives can you take from the highly unusual build-up?
Well, the positives are everybody's, like I say to you, everybody's come back healthy, and let's hope they stay healthy. We've been lucky enough that we've got such a good squad of players at the moment that they're all desperate to play, and it doesn't matter who we put a shirt on. It's a positive that we're going into a backyard of a side that nobody really gives us a chance of winning. You know, they've spent a lot of money. They've got some big money players down there, but we just turn up and give it the best that we can, and that's our positives. To make sure we're lucky enough to be out there playing football. Put it that way. After being locked in for whatever it's been, so that's a positive. Let's get out and make the most of it.
And are you able to make the most of it, John? Because it's you know, being in a position like this in the FA Cup, it's not just about, you know, the financial good that it can do the club as well, but you know, these are moments, these are career moments, you know, things that you tell your grandkids about, things that you look back and when your footballing days are over, because of, again, the circumstances. Are you able in the moment to enjoy this as much as you would like?
I don't think anybody's enjoying life at the moment. The only good thing is we was all sitting here, don't seem that long ago, where there was no games to be played. And to be actually involved in the FA Cup still, I think we're the lowest ranked team in it, still left in it. Maybe because we haven't played Bournemouth yet, who knows? But the whole thing, people play their lives to play in these sort of games, and our lads, it's a great test. You're all right, you never know who's watching you. You're in the shop window. People make careers out of these sort of games, so the incentive there for everybody is to go on and do your best, and who knows where it leads you.
You aside, you know, in the previous answers you've given there, you said all the players available to you worthy of putting a shirt on. Is it though the side that you would like to put out against a Bournemouth side that obviously you'll have plenty of video analysis of it? You know, is it a side that you would ideally want to be able to put out there?
We are missing a few, and I'm not going to, you know, sit here and tell lies about it. But it is what it is. It's not worth me. I'm not going to lose any sleep over what could have been. I can't change that. It's what we've got in front of us, and I know the lads that have put the shirts on tomorrow will be trying their best. And we've got to make sure that we all try our best, because we win together and we lose together. It's simple as that, and we'll give it a good go.
And John, just a final question for me. In terms of just yourself, you know, you've talked an awful lot about the club and the players in the answers you've given. For you though, what's the best part of this for you? You know, what are you taking from this? You know, obviously you're going back to a club that you know, but the whole journey, the whole experience, the whole getting the better of bigger clubs. How much have you been enjoying this, and how much are you relishing it? What's it bringing out of you that's been good for you?
For me, it just shows that where we're trying to put the belief in our players that they can achieve what they want to achieve. It's all about coaching. You know, you keep an open mind. You try and encourage people. You try and bring the best out in people. And if they're playing with a smile on their face, let's hope we are at the end of it. That's what it's all about. You know, there's enough worries going on in the world without me adding to the boys' worries. Let's all get out there and enjoy the night and enjoy the game.
John, super stuff. Thank you ever so much for your time, and best of luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hi, John. Hope you're well. Glad to see you well after the outbreak there.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You mentioned, obviously, there's a bit of history with yourself and Bournemouth. I just wonder what your thoughts were when the draw came out.
I thought, oh no, here we go again. I didn't really have any feelings. As I say, the Bournemouth that I left when Eddie and that was there, you know, I've spoken to Ed since and what have you, and it's not the same, you know, it's not the same players. A lot of the lads are still there, but it's not the Bournemouth that I left and that I was enjoying before the Premier League days. So, no, you know, it's nice to go back there. No doubt there'll be a few people that can't wait to see the back of me, the same as I can't wait to see the back of them.
Reading some of your quotes, though, it sounded as if the manner of your departure, you know, had some serious impact on your health. I mean, how bad did it get?
It's fairly funny thing, depression and that. It just creeps up on you, and when the phone stops, and when you're trying, it's the trust issue. It's being let down by people that you trust. And you can stand many things in this world, but unfortunately, you do have to trust people. And when people absolutely dump on you from a great height, it's very hard to take.
I think I saw that you used the word betrayed. That's obviously how hard you felt it.
Yeah, well, it is. It was betrayal. It was everything. To suddenly being in the first division into the Premier League and you get made redundant for no reason. Anyway, I don't want to keep because it's all about the team tomorrow, but it just goes to show that there's certain people there that are very unscrupulous, very untrustworthy.
Did you feel you'd get back into football though, John, after that?
Did I want to get back into football was more of the question. I was always working in it. I never actually left football. But to get the job here and make a go of it here, it's been rewarding because the lads are bought into it. It's good. I'm not the only one who's left Bournemouth with a sour taste. I think you'll have another fella coming to talk to you in a minute who might have saying that. But there is quite a few people that have left there. And it's such a shame, really, because it was, at the time, when we first went, very good, friendly football club.
Football's obviously a ruthless business. And just one final one on that, John. Are you okay with Jason Tindall, though? Do you have a problem with him, or? No,
Jason's good as gold. Jason's, we go back far too long to let that worry about. No, it's the actual people running the clubs that are the people to blame. They're not football people, most of these. They're just people there that are lucky to be, at the time, playing off the back of everyone else who's got the football success. Then all of a sudden, the money becomes involved and they think it's their success. It's all about players, this game. And I think soon as people forget that, then you might as well go and work at Argos or something, because if you lose a thread of that, you never get on. Might be rich, but you won't be a football person.
Indeed. Just on the tie itself, I read after the Leeds game that you said that it probably wouldn't sink in until you perhaps on the beach in the summer. I just wonder whether it has sunk in over the last couple of weeks.
No, because I still ain't on the beach and it still ain't summer. Now, we've got so many games. We haven't played since Leeds. So, we've missed 3 games, I think, since then. And not being able to play Saturday means that we've missed a game tonight. Tomorrow we used to play Walsall, but they cancelled that as well in their wisdom. So, it's just go all the time. And that's enjoyable. You'd rather be playing than training, wouldn't you?
Yeah, indeed. A big shame you really haven't been able to build on that momentum, I suppose.
Well, the other way to look at it, we've rested and maybe we're ready to start the momentum again, You never look on the negative side of it. It happened. What do you do? Do you crawl under a rock and don't come out, or do you come out fighting again? We've got to come out fighting.
Well, I wish you all the best. Enjoy the game.
Thank you.